Very good morning, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another trekking vlog. My name's Eddie. My name's Eddie. I'm a virtual HGV Class 1 driver working for Freight Runners VTC Limited as a Class 1 tramper. Right, we are just on our way to and retrieve my trailer from our collection point from from Wednesday. It's finally ready. It's 11:30 AM. So yeah, we're going to hook up to our trailer and get on our way. Managed to wash the truck because it was filthy. Right, it's trailer's in there somewhere, so I'm in reversing anyway, just to make my life easier. I believe it's a 22-ton load. Can't remember what it is. I think it's used packaging, but I can't actually remember. Excuse me. I have to doubly check the paperwork. Right, where is our tray? Delivery camera strung on my trailer. Right, it's up in there. Right, pull forwards. It's going to be probably quite an awkward hook up to these there to get into this one. Not to worry. Stick your head back out of the window. I also have to do a walk around check. Strap the suspension right down. Yeah, I'm way off on the pin. That's better angle. So this is only take about a million shouldn't see it back out there. That's for sure. At least. No, probably going to take me maybe two or three shunts. So tag. Yeah, they are. Start to back up because I need to raise the suspension. Right, up we go. Right, handbrake on, engine off. I'm then going to hook up to our trailer, do a walk around check, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, right, we are hooked up. Checks are complete. There we go. Mid lift is dropped. We have got a 20-ton load for Kirkwall of used packaging. So return this load I do pick up when I can. I just want to try and get out of here right now. Like I've mentioned before, I know many comment on this. Why does the trailer not have any reflective tape on the side? That's because it's an older trailer and it was made before the laws and regulations were changed. So I have to figure out how to get out of here. The tailspin either way is going to go not in the direction I want it to go, and I'm at a better angle to go right than I am left, probably. Yes, we're me this way. Not going to happen. Definitely not going to happen. Right, take two. See if I can get out this way. I'm actually at a better angle to go left than I am right. We'll make it round. Right, let's get going. I've had a break already as well, so working time wise I'll be fine. Drive time I'll be fine for the next 4 hours and 10 minutes. I don't particularly want to go that way if I can help it, because I'm not playing Denver roulette with the trailer, because there is a very, very sharp left-hand turn, right-hand turn, and yeah, try doing it with the trailer, it's just not going to happen. Still going to have to be careful on this one. Which is exactly why I'm going so slow. Right, I've got to do a very, very dodgy turn. Try for this truck to come. Please, will you shush, truck? Sorry guys about the blind spot sense up. That beeping will just end up doing my head in eventually as well. To be fair, I could probably drown it out with some music. Right, I've already learned that I actually need both ways for this turn. I can't get away with just one lane. But hey ho. Yeah, so then what I'll do is once we're back in the UK, I'll do 24 off, and then Tuesday we are back out in the F12, I do believe. We're back on down to Corsia and Sicily for a couple of jobs. One's a flat job, one's a curtain sider job, I think. I will have to check, but I have got a Pacific trailer for the job because it's one of those really awkward jobs. It's an Arctic job, not a rigid job like I initially thought. Because we've actually been given another way in to get to one of the jobs, which is very helpful. The other one, I don't actually know where it is. I don't know if it's Corsia, Sicily. I don't know what access will be like or anything like that, but I am sure all of that will be found once the paperwork's been sent through. Might be somewhere I've been before, but we will have to wait and see on that one. So yeah, once we've tipped off in Kirkwall, we've got no load currently heading back to Wales, although my planner is trying to sort out a load at least to get us down to Aberystwyth, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can go into London if I need to with this truck, since A it's Euro 6 and 2 it's DBS, so we're all good on that part. Yeah, it's just going to be a case of finding out why are you braking this stupid truck? I was far over enough to clear it all. Oh dear. I know I've got another truck on the route back, so yeah, that should make which is making life a lot easier, because there's more stuff than what 5 trucks to go back. So yeah, we had to wait for another truck. So yeah, now we're able to get more of this stuff back than what we initially planned. Which is a good thing, because I really don't want to be making a secondary trip out here empty just to pick up 6 small pallets. So yeah. Although to be fair, the last 6 pallets are all very, very heavy. So weight wise it's a full load, even though it's half a load, well not even half a load. So yeah. Anyway, I will speak to you guys in a little bit. I've got a ferry to catch. But it goes over to the Faroe Islands, that's about a 2-hour crossing. And then we've got an overnight ferry in the Faroe Islands, which will take us to where we need to be. So, what I'll probably do is speak to you all at some point. Anyway, I'll speak to you all in a bit. Toodles.
Play wicked games. Tick tock, here I sound with every step I shake the ground. Chains can't hold me, I can't break. I am the nightmare, wide awake. Boom, boom, power surge, drums hit harder. Draw time to the ultimate chaos draw. Massive power, I roll the dark tower. Evil rising, feel my flame. No escape, no mercy, no aim. Boom, boom, hear me scream. I break the sky, destroy your dreams.
Okay, right. Had a break. Stick some aircon on. It is a bit toasty. Let's get the devil out of here. Had a full 45 minute. So we are clear for the rest of this shift. Now, I've had an interesting message from Control, aka the office, to say that apparently one of the ferries are shorter than what I'm expecting. So I don't know if that's the first one or the second one. But what I do know is I don't think I will have enough hours to get home, so I'm hoping that the first one is the shorter ferry out of the two. So it takes us to the Faroe Islands. I'm not going to get out there, I don't think. Might be able to. If I keep a straight line. Yes, this is as dodgy as what it looks. And we're clear. Anyway, obviously, like I said, we've had a break. So head on Rana Support, which is about 200 miles away. I'm just going to check that. Right, yes, 350 mile away, not 250. Because there's a road closure on our way, and the way I was wanting to go, I can't, and then the second route I can't take because of a length restriction. If I had the provoker, pressing that again. If I had the STC, would be alright, because that's a lot shorter than this trailer. But it is what it is. I've got to go the long way around to get to Bergen, to the port, because obviously, like I said, there's a road closure, but there's also an accident on one of the other routes that I could have taken, which is really, yeah, I know they happen, but it's kind of annoying because it's on the only other route I can take, and it's completely shut the motorway right where I need to get on at, off at even. And from what I could see from the sat nav, it was just red for a good 10 plus kilometres of just standstill traffic. So fun and games. But hey ho, these things happen. Obviously, being a driver, you've got to prepare for the unexpected, because you don't know what's going to be thrown in front of you. Right, anyway, let's try and get some speed up and crack on over to Bergen. I'm only stopping to get some diesel on the way because I have I have got 1 bar of fuel, which is about 210 miles worth of this truck, I think. I'm hoping, because we're about 110 from the fuel station. I know we've got quite a heavy load on, so I'm just hoping that we don't get stuck on any hills. But that'll be the last thing I need to go on. Slowing down. I've had it confirmed from the office there is no load from Kirkwall going back down to Wales. There is 2 loads, but one is for Norwich, is a double dropper for Norwich and Ipswich, and the other one is also a double dropper for Ipswich and I want to say Kensington, but I think it's Barking, I can't remember. So neither of them are great. The only South Wales job is going to Holyhead, and yeah, the delivery point will not take a delivery on a Sunday, just because of the location. They cannot take it on a Sunday. So yeah, so a little bit irritating, but hey ho. So we'll have about a 900-ish mile empty run back to the yard Sunday. So hopefully I might be able to make it some decent time, but we'll see. We will see. Anyway, before I give you my thoughts on the truck and let you guys know what I personally think of it. So this is actually a mod truck, but I believe SCS Software are going to be bringing it into the game. I'm just not sure when that is. But I would suspect it will be in one of the next updates. So whether that's 1.55, 1.56, I don't know. Might be later than that. Obviously depending on licensing and whatnot. Mirror cam, I know I'm running out of fuel. For me personally, I am not a fan of the mirror cam. It's more annoying when I'm reversing than going forwards. Forwards it's alright, but going backwards is a bit of a nightmare to say it like lightly. It follows to the back of your trailer, and it makes it a lot harder to reverse, especially onto a bay. For me, well, that's what I found, and I still have to stick my head out to check to see how aligned I am, because I don't know whether it's just me, but the camera doesn't always seem to want to follow around that well, but it does follow it. Okay, right, we are less than a mile away from the fuel station. I've had a break, but I am in dire need of fuel, so I'm certain I can make it there. I can't see it on the sat nav now. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll diesel up, AdBlue up, and then we'll crack on with our journey. And I may have a chat about the mirror cam, what I personally think of it. Okay, Circle K. I might be able to use my fuel card on this one, so I should be able to. Yeah, I've talked about the mirror cam, my thoughts on it. This is going to be annoying because I'm going to have to reverse, and the cameras follow the trailer, so I really don't like. Yeah, I'm going to definitely reverse. But anyway, that's a whole nother stock battle. And then on Tuesday, obviously, we'll be back out in the F12. Okay, right, had a break. Just dieseled up, AdBlue up. Anyway, let's get out of here. So we have a very, very minute problem that's probably going to cause headaches, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have got left for today on a 10. I've got 7 hours. I'll try saying that again. 6 hours 15 on a 10, 5 hours 15 on a 9. We are about 3 hours from the port, but the problem's going to come in on the other side, because we've got immediately to come off and go onto another one, and then that ferry obviously will take us back to the UK. Now the problem is my rest period, and then obviously once I've tipped in Shetland, I've got just under 1,000-mile run back to the yard. Now the problem is going to come within the last about 20 miles of getting to the yard, because obviously I'll have to drop the trailer and then jump into the Volvo F series, so I can't remember if it's the F10 or the F12 I'm taking, chuck all my tramping gear in there and go, and take that round to Newport, essentially. With that being said, the problems going to come in with whether I can even get back to the yard. So yeah, we might have to do the old trickery doodah of having to get one of my colleagues from the Swansea depot or the Newport depot, whichever one I'm nearer to, or whoever's free, to come and rescue me from wherever. But we will I'll cross that bridge later when I can work out exactly how far away I am and how long it will take me. So yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those days of having to work out where I can park and stuff. So I'm hoping that this ferry is more than a 10-hour crossing, but we will see. If it's less than 6 hours, then we are definitely in trouble, but we will see. Oh, come on, truck. I know we're heavy. This is going to be a tricky one. Yeah. The worst comes to worst, one of my colleagues might drive and deliver the load to the Shetlands, so then that way I can maximise my drive time from Thurso back home. If it is, oh come on gearbox, if it's required. Anyway, we will figure that one out, and I'll let you guys know what the plan is in a bit. For right now, I'm going to speak to a colleague, see what they say, and then we'll figure it out from there. Anyway, speak to you all in a bit. Toodles. Right. I thought, like I said earlier, give you my thoughts on the truck. So Sophia Rose is a 2022, I think, 3 maybe, Actros L. I might be wrong on that. 72 plate reg. She is, of course, the Euro 6 mirror cam with 450 brake horsepower. Can't remember the Newton meter torque on it. She has a, I think it's a Ztronic 12-speed automatic transmission with 2 reverse gears, but if I'm going to be truthful, I don't actually know. Double bunk, well, she's a double bunker, so she's got 2 beds in this cab, rather than 1 bed with storage blockers, which is fine, it's not a problem. It would have been more of a problem if it was a single bunker without extra storage, like in the Renault Premium. that's a single bunker with not a lot of storage. Which is why we tend to use those for go return. Yeah, you can do tramping in it. Obviously, a lot of drivers used to tramp in a premium, but obviously, you join me about an hour later. Come on. We just went to meander our way up the hill, and I've got an alert so that there's something in my blind spot. But anyway, we are making some really good progress actually, not gonna lie. Now, we're either going to be doing a late night delivery tonight, so sort of potentially midnight-ish, or it will be an AM tip tomorrow with a colleague, dependent on how long the first ferry is. I think the first one might only be 6 hour long crossing. I think the second one is about 40 minutes. So yeah, I'll have to play that one by ear when we get there. So dependent on when we're delivering will depend on how far back down the road I can get tonight. Now, I have until 10:30 on a 15, so yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening. I end up maxing out a 15-hour shift. Obviously, with there being a ferry involved, it could be longer, but I need to doubly check on that part because obviously I'll be in ferry mode, so I think it counts towards rest, but I'm not 100% sure. I know the overnight ferries do, but I don't know about the shorter distance ones. I need to look into that. Obviously, if I can make my delivery tonight, that would be awesome, but if I can't, I can't. This might mean I might need to get towed back to the yard, dependent on how far away we are. Or they'll send out another driver to rescue me. They'll do one or the other. Obviously, depending on where we end up. Hope you guys enjoyed the last video I made. Today is the 5th of April. So for you guys will be in May by the time this video comes out probably. Excuse me. What I do know is we have got 2 new trucks joining the fleet. Well, I say new. One's brand new, the other one's used but new. So one's a DAF XF 530 and the other one is a DAF HG 530 mirror cam. The full spec I'm not entirely sure. I know one of them. So the mirror cam one's a 4B2, if my memory serves me correctly, and I believe the 530, the other 530 XF is a Super Space 4B2, but I need to doubly check that one. Because I'm not actually 100% sure. But we'll figure it. This is a little bit narrow. Alright. Right, let's try and build up some speed. Try being the key word here, because we are very, very heavy. I did get a message from the office in that there is a load going back down to South Wales now, back down to Cardiff. Small problem with that is it's a hazmat load, and new viewers who've seen some of the older videos, obviously I used to do ADR, not anymore. I used to do ADR when I was with same company, with not LKW, with Thingamajig, with not LKW, with yeah, with LKW, not LKW at all. The other company. Yeah, it must have been LKW. No, Stokes. It was either Stokes or LKW. And then obviously I went back on to doing just general and flats. Then obviously I was a fridge, back onto general. Then I was a heavy haul driver, so I've done a bit of everything, but yeah, I prefer doing curtain side of work, if I'm going to be truthful. Anyway, I'm going to cut this clip here before it is any longer, with me rambling on, and I will speak to you guys when we're up at the port. We are 84, we're about 80 miles away. So I'll speak to you all in a bit. Toodles. Okay, right, we are 7 minutes, well, about 5 minutes away from the port, so I thought I'd bring you in with me. Hopefully, we'll have a decent time on the ferry, so hoping it's going to be less than 6 hours, but who knows? Could be longer, could be worse. Could be longer, could be shorter. We just have to wait and see. We've got a couple of plans in place for if the ferry is shorter than planned, which is we'll try and tip off tonight. And we're all at the same sail. Maybe. Yeah, see how I glitch in again. Yay! Yeah, so what we'll probably do is try and figure out. So, I've tried saying this all again. We've got a couple of plans in place. If the ferry is a shorter ferry, then we'll try and get on the one from the Faroe Islands that caters to the Shetlands. That's an overnight ferry. If it's a longer crossing at this end and shorter from Faroe, then what the plan will then be is that we night out in the Faroe Islands and then crack on in the morning, because I don't think even on a 10 I will have enough drive time to get to where I want to stop. But if it's the ferry crossing that I think it is, then we should get in about 11 tonight into the Faroe Islands. So then that way I can possibly get to Kirkwall for about midnight, about 11:30, midnight-ish sort of time. But right now I just need to shoot down here because I need to nip to our yard. Quickly and use the facilities. I might as well grab a half-hour break while I'm at it. Okay, I might have parked on the road. Okay. Right, just putting into the yard. Because I am desperate to use the toilet facilities. But two, I need to definitely check what time the crossing is for getting over to the Faroe Islands, because I am not 100% sure how long they take. So do need to check that out. Need to also check my headlights, because I got a warning on the dash saying that I've got a light out somewhere. So then check that over. So I will speak to you all in a bit. Toodles. There we go. Right. We are done here. Next stop is the port. 2 miles away. 9-minute ETA. In-game time, that is. Whoa. Go forward. Definitely take a shunt. Definitely take a shunt. Wowzers. Might be able to make it tonight to our delivery, but I'm talking it's going to be very, very, very late. It's going to be more like a night shift type delivery. So yeah, if I can avoid doing that, I will. Obviously if I can't, I can't, but we'll see. No one's based out of this yard. It is just primarily just literally to stop, use the restroom, that sort of stuff, and to store a couple of trailers here from time to time, but more often than not there is no requirement for us to be here, because we don't get a lot of work out of this area. These are going to be my headache. This is the other reason why we don't really run out of this yard, because it will take you longer to get out than it would to get in. Wowzers. Right, let's fill this mare. Come on, fill it up. This is not the easiest of places to get out of. Well, that's a great place to be parking, right in front of a truck. Right, now physically can't go anywhere, because the car is literally right by my cab. Okay, we're definitely not going anywhere now. So, got barely any air left. I took this one off to get out. I'm going to go my way out of there because doing that other turn is going to be just as a nightmare.
Straight, then turn left.
Is trying to
Turn left.
go out the easier way. Again, I'm not going over to my head in a little bit. I might have sped some of that up, to be fair, but I'll see another thing. Anyway, Sphero should be having some new side skirts hopefully next week fitted, which will be good because yeah, she doesn't look quite right without them. But there was a bit of a wiring issue with one of the lights. So yeah, made it fun. I'll word it that way. Made things very fun. This job is going into the completely refurbished as well, so yeah, getting new curtains. I think the floor's being replaced on it. I know most, if not all, the buckles on it are going to get replaced. I think you sort of have a new axle fitted for the lift axle. Anyways, that's been dodgy as all heck. Trying to think what else is happening. It's don't have all the tyres don't get replaced, obviously. I think all the airbags are getting replaced as well. Wait for this convoy across to come out. Alright, okay, so we're not going on there, we're going straight on. Right, okay. This way? Alright, how do I get then? Might have driven past it, to be fair. Right, so the plan now to see how long this ferry crossing is, and then work out whether this is an overnighter or not. Because it might be that this was a shorter ferry out of the 2 or 3 I've got. But obviously, well, we'll go and find out. Anyway, I will speak to you guys in a bit. Toodles.